What it do, family? It's your boy Joe B, and I want to welcome you back to Chicago Rilla the Trucker channel, right? A segue to the King Minded podcast. You already know, man. Tap in with us on all our social media platforms. But without further ado, today we're going to talk about the challenges of trucking, and we want to change the narrative as well, right? So, as you may or may not know, I was a truck driver, OTR, for about 5 years. I did OTR regional and local. And today I want to talk about the truths and the myths about trucking. So in today's podcast, we're going to dive into the realities of the trucking industry, right? They were discussing some significant challenges faced by truck drivers all over the country, all over the world in particular. Today, we're going to be talking about the high divorce rate amongst drivers and how can we work together to change the narrative. And I myself, just to be transparent, I'm a divorced truck driver. And that's something that the industry and people don't talk about. They don't like to talk about it. If you're not tight in trucking, if your support system, if your home system is not tight, you will jeopardize your marriage in trucking. So let's just dive into it, right? So the trucking industry, as we know, is the backbone of the economy. But it comes with its own set of challenges. So today we're going to explore these issues and discuss ways to improve the lives of those who keep our goods moving all across the country. As President Trump said, hey, truckers keep America moving. That's the truth. We keep America moving. But a lot of people don't talk about what goes on at the home front for a lot of our truck drivers because it get real in the field. So first, let's talk about some cons of trucking, right? Let's talk about the cons, the negatives of being a truck driver. One of the biggest challenges is the long hours and time away from the house. See, truck drivers often spend weeks on the road, which can lead to feelings of isolation, depression, loneliness, all of that. I done felt all of those feelings, y'all. Because trucking is a very lonely job. Unless you got an animal on the road with you, your pet or your spouse or significant other, trucking is a very lonely and depressing job. This lifestyle can take a toll on your mental health as well as your personal relationship. Another significant issue that I think about and I wanted to really explore is the physical strain that trucking brings on your body. Long hours of driving can lead to health problems such as back pain, obesity, diabetes, sleep disorders, all of that. The sedentary nature of this job combined with the stress and limited access to healthy food, as I noted in previous videos before, family, this make it difficult for drivers to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Another obstacle I want to bring to the forefront is the financial instability. Financial instability is also a concern. While some drivers earn a good income, right? We make good money. We make really good money. But often a lot of people struggle with consistency in pay and high expenses, especially if they are owner operators. And especially if you're a lease operator. If you don't know how to operate your business, you will fail financially. And that's just the truth and the reality of it. The cost of the truck, maintenance, fuel, and other expenses can quickly add up, leaving little room for savings. And you already know if you're not bringing no money home, the old lady ain't happy. The old lady or your man, he ain't happy because ain't no money flowing in. So it takes a lot of financial literacy, a lot of financial discipline when you're over the road truck driving. So let's talk about the topic of discussion today, the big one, and that's divorce and trucking. One of the most troubling statistics is the high divorce rate amongst truck drivers. Studies show that divorce rate for truck drivers is significantly higher than the national average, right? With some estimates over 36.9%. That's a lot, man. 36.9% of truck drivers get divorced. The long periods and separation and stress on the job constrain even the strongest relationships or marriages. So it's not just the time apart that causes these issues, right? It's the irregular schedules and the constant pressure to meet deadlines. can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts at the house. Your old lady she don't care, you know what I'm saying? You've been driving all day. See, she might care, but at the end of the day, she don't understand the stress of what comes behind being a truck driver, being behind that wheel. The stuff you got to go through, dealing with crazy people in traffic, angry dispatchers, crazy shippers, all of this. Trust and communication are crucial, but they are challenging to maintain when you're miles away from your loved ones. So today, I don't want to just talk about all the problems and the cons, right? I want to offer some solutions. How can we change the narrative? So how can we change the narrative, right? And improve the lives of truck drivers all around the country. So here's a few ideas that, I jotted down and I wanted to, cover with you guys to help. It may help your marriage, help your relationship, right? We need to address the issue of time away from home, right? Companies can implement more flexible scheduling options, allowing drivers to spend more time with their families. This could include shorter routes, or more frequent routes during your home time. And what I mean by that is, say if you live in Nashville, for instance, and you coming from Memphis, and you got a load going to Atlanta, you want your dispatcher to route you through Nashville so you can get home. You might be able to stop for a quick 10-hour break and be at home with your family for the night. Your presence is crucial in trucking. Also want to talk about just improving work conditions, and is also essential. Providing access to healthier food options, fitness facilities, and regular health checkups can help drivers maintain a better physical well-being and lifestyle in creating healthy habits. One of the companies in particular, I just want to shout them out. I don't work for this company anymore, but I wanted to shout them out. It's Averitt Express. Averitt Express is a company that, and I'm not going to say it's a plug for them, right? But whole time you go where you want to go or where you feel comfortable with that fits your family lifestyle. But from my experience, Averitt was the most flexible trucking company I ever worked for. And I drove regional for them and local. Averitt gonna make sure you get home to your family, especially on them regional runs. Like, if you going throughout the week, they gonna make sure you get home on the weekends. Family, that was a game changer in my relationship. And not just in my relationship, but even in my parenting. Being able to be there with my son on the weekends to help out or take some of the stress off his mom and everything. Like, it's essential. Companies also need to provide more mental health support to their drivers. Shoot, I remember when I was on the road, I was in training. I couldn't even make it to my uncle's funeral. You know what I'm saying? One of my great uncle's funerals, because I was all the way in Portland, Oregon. And I'm with my trainer, so how can I get back home that quick? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of mental strain and stress that comes with the job. So companies should start offering more counseling service and peer support groups. That can make a positive and significant impact and difference in a lot of our drivers and families' lives. Let's talk about financial stability. Whew. That's another critical area, right? So we offering fair pay, benefits, financial planning resources. All of these aspects can help drivers manage their expenses and save for the future. Shoot, a lot of drivers, they pass away from the industry or they retire from the industry and they don't have no money saved. They don't have no financial backing because their companies didn't set them up for that. So that's something to think about. So lastly, let's foster a supportive community that's vital for our drivers. Encouraging open communication and providing resources for relationship counseling can help drivers and their families navigate challenges of the trucking lifestyle. In particular, in my situation, it was a lot of different, factors, even prior to just getting into trucking. But one thing I can say about my son's mom is that we created a super healthy co-parenting environment for our son. So contrary to us not working out, we still operate smoothly because we understand our system. In the trucking system in particular, man, you have to work tirelessly to keep the economy moving, but you got to work even more to keep your family together. So let's just take a look. I want you to think about these ideas, think about these, these notions that I put together for you guys to create a more sustainable lifestyle, more sustainable family home front for you and your relationship, your children, your finances, your health, all of that. Don't be discouraged by trucking either. Get into it, but make sure that your support system is solid. So I want to thank you for tuning in to Trucking Truths today here on the King Minded Podcast. I am your boy Joe B, a.k.a. your big brother Chicago Rilla. And as we continue to explore these realities of the trucking industry and how can we make a positive impact and change, I want you guys to stay safe, stay strong, and keep on trucking. Keep it in between the mayonnaise and the mustard droppers. You already know the vibes. It's your boy Joe B, and you're tuned into the King Minded Podcast. Peace.
Hype shit, heard you like getting it. White girl with me like Britney. Black girl with me like Whitney. Ferris Bueller sliding through the city. Hype shit, heard you like getting it. White girls with me like Britney.